Hi all and welcome to another gameplay video featuring a seasonal event from Final Fantasy XIV. This time it is Hatching Tide, a Hippity Hoppity Happy Hatching Tide. And this event runs from Wednesday the 13th of April until Wednesday the 27th of April, and it can be found in Old Gridania. Hippity Hoppity Happily, Jihli Aliapoh is nearly hopping with excitement to discuss the miracle that is this year's Hatching Tide with you. Nearly. And in order to be a part of this seasonal event, you need to be at least level 15. So if you are not, then get to it in order to be a part of this. And you are looking for Jihli Aliapoh. And here are the event items. We have 2 items, 1 minion and 1 emote. And we have Hatching Tide Mobile, which is a wall mounted. The twirl and bob of this Hatching Tide Mobile reminds you of all the hidden eggs you have yet to find, and also Eggsemplary basket, an elegant and enticing example of exceptional egg hunting. And we have the emote Eat Egg and Minion Hatching Bunny. If happiness had form, it would look like this. Use item to acquire the Hatching Bunny minion. And also, certain items available during previous iteration of the event can be obtained via the Egg Advocate. And also, please note that seasonal quests cannot be completed after the event has concluded. And as per always, when I am playing the event, I will only be reading dialogue, no other commentary. Let's jump into it, shall we? Welcome to another seasonal event. Another Hatching Tide in Final Fantasy XIV. And before we get over to the Mikari Amphitheatre, I just want to add that if you happen to like this video or the channel at large, any and all subs and likes are much appreciated, and I would love any and all comments, because that's the only way I know if you like this type of videos or not. Let's head over. Hippity Hoppity Happily. Jihli Aliapoh is simply dying to talk to an adventurer, preferably you, about eggs. This quest is available for a limited time only. And we have the Hatching Bunny. A happy hatching tide to you, friend. Are the exquisite decorations you see about you to your liking? Wait, I know that face. If it isn't Solana, what a pleasure to see you. As it happens, I was visited by a most curious dream again this year. In it, brave adventurers, not unlike yourself, were going about town, handing out decorative eggs in the company of chickens and odd-looking rabbits. Truth be told, I have struggled to grasp its true meaning. Still, if the past is any guide, the best way to get to the bottom of this is for us to recreate the image from my dream and see what good fortune it may bring. To that end, I've invited Master Paulin, Limsa Lominsa's preeminent chicken farmer, and his flock here to Gridania, and furthermore placed an order for a full fluffle of rabbit-esque mammoths resembling the ones from my dream. We have, however, hit a bit of a snag. It would appear the hens have not yet gotten acclimated to their new environment, and they've been raising quite the ruckus, making it nigh impossible to retrieve the eggs they've laid. Might you be willing to lend a hand? What will you say? That sounds exciting. What's in it for me? That sounds exciting. Now that's a woman after my own heart. You will be compensated handsomely in spectacular rewards, of course. That one perhaps needs some more work. In any case, Master Paulin's chickens are being cooped at the Great Lone Growery. might I ask you to travel there and give them a look? My friend Nonotta works there as well, so I would be most grateful if you could also ensure that she's not overly harried. Seasonal event, quest accepted. Hippity Hoppity happily. Speak with Nonotta. At the Botanists Guild. Oh, remember you. Pray forgive me. I'm feeling terribly exhausted at the moment. Jihli sent you to help? Well, that is most appreciated. In that case, allow me to explain. While it's true that we've been having trouble rounding up all the eggs, we also face a more pressing concern. The growgery has been invaded by bizarre, fluffy creatures. What's more, they're not content just to run around and make mischief. Why, they're tormenting the chickens and trying to steal the eggs for themselves. Needless to say, that has only driven the chickens into even more of a tizzy. It's been a veritable battlefield. Master Pollen is doing all he can to keep the creatures contained, but even he seems just about at wit's end. Master Pollen? Has our last line of defense been breached? Oh, the poor man. Squeak, squeak. Egads, that's one of them. Our fearsome invaders from the God knows where. Good heavens, they both look as if they're out for blood. Whatever are we going to do? What will you say? Let me try to calm them down. Don't look at me. I think we can solve this by force. Let me try to calm them down. Such bravery! Not that I expected any less from you. In that case, good luck out there, and remember, close observation of both parties is the key to a successful mediation. Drawing upon your extensive expertise in confronting myriad savage beasts, you gaze upon the two bloodthirsty creatures intently, taking in their every move and facial expression. The chicken and the bunny stand at odds, neither willing to give an ill in their grudge match. Or so you assess the situation. How fascinating! The chicken is understandable on its guard, fearing that the rabbit is targeting its eggs. But could it be that the bunny too harbors some resentment of its own? Now that I think about it, this creature bears a most uncanny resemblance to the rabbits Jihli described from her dream. I did some research of my own before you arrived. According to the tomes, it is so rare a creature that many consider it simply a myth. Have you by any chance encountered anything similar during your travels? What will you say, now that you mention it? Never seen anything like it. You don't say. I would have expected nothing less of a well-traveled adventurer such as yourself. No doubt you're already aware, but these most unique creatures are known in certain parts as happy bunnies? There is something about their long ears, fluffy tails, and hippity hoppity manner that brings a smile to one's face, yes? Why, legend has it that simple encountering one is a sure sign that good fortune is headed your way. While they are not precisely the same creature, perhaps our most unique guest will also have a similar auspicious effect on us. You there, Mr. Bunny! If you are truly as happy at heart as your compatriots of Legend, might you not make peace with these fine chickens and cooperate with us to make this year's festivities an egg extravaganza of merriment and good cheer? Squeak, squeak! Oh. But this won't do. Why, our harbinger of happiness is fleeing from our very grasp, and our last chicken is running off with it. Something must be done. If Jihli's dreams are to be trusted, and I've never known them to be anything but, those bunnies and their unique power are the key to making this year's Hatching Tide festivities a rousing success. I beg of you, friend, follow those creatures. They may lead you to their fellow ski peas. I'll do the same just as soon as I see to Master Pollen's wounds. I wasn't able to make out where they were headed, but no doubt there was an eyewitness or two nearby. Pray gather what information you can and round up the little critters as best you are able. We can rendezvous back in town with Jihli. Hippity Hoppity happily search for witnesses near the Great Lone Robbery. Bewildered botanist. Well, that was a sight if ever I've seen one. Bizarre looking bunnies and chickens racing by me as if possessed. They were headed over that way, toward New Gridania. I can only hope they don't cause too much of a stir in town. Serpent Patrolman. Chickens and rabbits. They were headed for the Amphitheatre Plaza. Go after them if you like. The adders don't pay nearly enough for me. Don't pay nearly enough for me to get mixed up in all of this. Bright-eyed girl. Chickens and rabbits? Oh, I saw a whole army of them running off to the Carling Canopy. Hatching Tide Helpmeet. Whew. How do they get around so fast on those tiny legs? I'm not cut out for this. What's that? They're where now? Good gods. Understood. I'll enlist the services of an able adventurer right away. Matron's teeth. Don't sneak up on me like... Wait a moment. Are you perchance an adventurer? Nonotta set you in search of the bunnies, you say? How fortuitous! That link pearl call just now was from her, and she's tasked me with doing the very same. Just between you and me, however, I've yet to catch a single one. As I was running after them, their friends started showing up one after the next, and before I knew it, a veritable legion of them had hippity hopped their way into the 12's wood. I fear there's too many of them for the two of us to handle alone. I'll go and call for reinforcement. Could I trouble you to go on ahead to the mirror planks? According to Nonotta, that's where they were last sighted. In the meantime, I will do my best to rally others to our cause. Now go quickly, friend. The fate of this year's hatching tide hangs in the balance. The fate, happiness, is a warm bunny, can only be completed as a disciple of war or magic. Complete the fate, happiness, is a warm bunny in the central shroud. And the closest is Bent Branch Meadows. Damn it, how those little legs carry them so fast? Calm the rabbits and the chickens will calm down for sure. Good news, never underestimate an angry chicken. Seasonal event, fate complete. Alright, my pretties, back to the coop we go. Speak with Jihli Aliapoh. Oh, Solana, say no more, I've heard everything. My sincere apologies for all the trouble we had to put you through. But let it suffice to say your efforts have all but saved this year's hatching tide from disaster. Some strays are still running about, but we've captured the better part of both flocks. Nonotta, Master Pauline, and my colleagues should be able to round up the rest in due time. But there's even more good news. It seems the exercise went a long way to soothe our savage chickens, and we retrieved eggs in abundance to decorate. Ah, Nonotta, Master Pauline, allow me to thank you for your efforts as well. I was just sharing the happy tidings with Solana here. Wait, is this perchance one of the happy bunnies that were the source of this whole hullabaloo? Why, they truly are the spitting image of the little critters that came to me in my vision. Seeing how calm and well behaved it is now, I can scarcely believe it gave you such trouble. Your other chickens are resting easy now, I gather. No worries there, Jihli, my dear. My birds have spent up all their nervous energies and are as relaxed now as I've ever seen them. Why, after a little spat, it even seems that they come to a mutual understanding with their fluffy new friends. I'm happy to say the rabbits too are now obeying our attendants with scarcely a peep of argument, and, wouldn't you know it, just before one of them handed us this crystal. Could it be? Why, they truly are harbingers of happiness and good fortune. I have a good feeling about this, Solana. Do come back later so I can fill you in on the details, yes? Needless to say, I'll also have a special something for you as a token of thanks for your services. As for now, I must prepare for the festivities. In the meantime, could I trouble you to land these little fellows through the streets and join them in handing out eggs to the townspeople? If my dreams are any guide, I'm sure it will bring no end of smiles to one and all. Squeakity squeak. Well, aren't we all so eager? That's what I like to see. And with that, I'd best be putting the final decorative touches on these eggs. Whenever you're ready, just say the word. Speak with Nonotta. Ready to start handing out some eggs? Lovely! In that case, here you go. Pray take our little friends along and spread happiness the whole city over. Where will you hand out eggs? By the markets, by the Botanists Guild, by Nophica's altar, by the markets. A decorated egg? For me? How thoughtful! O'Neilly! There's even a treat inside! Thank you ever so much! Sumi-yan, your efforts are sincerely appreciated. These seasonal celebrations bring so much joy to the children, and myself, I confess. Still, I must say, it's been years since I've seen a traveler rabbit in the flesh. I never would have expected to encounter one here. What's that? That nomenclature is unfamiliar to you? Ah, in the north they are known more colloquially as happy bunnies, are they not? They're said to use to usher in smiles and good fortune. Before that, yes, since much older times, they were known as traveler rabbits. They have a habit of showing up at your side unannounced, then vanishing off somewhere before you know it. I recall seeing one in the 12th wood when I was but a child. Ah, but forgive me. You have other places you must be. We can talk another time. Pray relax and enjoy the festivities when your work is done. By the Botanists Guild. forest-loving rabbit. Why, I dare say the wood used to fashion those decorations was among the finest I've ever laid eyes on. As always, your eye for quality timber is simply unparalleled. Grass-stained rabbit. You're far too kind, Master Bear. My forest-loving, floppy-eared friend. Likewise, or should I say pause? Ha! An adventurer? I don't believe we met. An egg for me? And what a charming little fellow carrying it. I accept your gift with gratitude. How very clever you are, though I did hear a rumor of some concern. Yes, a little bird told me that creatures bearing no small resemblance to you were running wild through the streets of Gridania, trampling our precious greenery, and nibbling at the bark of our precious trees. A most disconcerting story, if there is any truth to it. Click, 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 click. If my intuition is not mistaken, it appears the little creature is apologizing to us in its own way. Well, as long as you learned your lesson, I do believe we can forgive and forget. Thank you for the thoughtful gift and the happiest of hatching tides to you. By Nophica's altar. Refined Rabbit. Greetings, Solana. It is always a pleasure to have you here in Gridania. And though it seems you've befriended some rather charming little helpers. Why, what a lovely egg. How very kind of you. Relaxed Rabbit. And there's the most toothsome looking little cake inside. Do stop by the canopy when we're finished here. I have a brew that will accompany it perfectly. I should enjoy that indeed. Solana, on behalf of all Gridania, allow me to thank you and your little colleagues for making this year's hatching tide so memorable. Once your work has concluded, I hope you will have time to relax and take in the cheer of the season. You and your new friends are welcome to stop by for a cup of tea as well, should the mood strike you. Though I dare say you ought to claim a table sooner rather than later. These sweets will draw adventurers by the droves. Oh, you're back! I do hope the egg experience was an enjoyable one. Welcome back, Solana. How did you and your little friends fare? Splendid to hear. At first, I feared that my dreams might bring only chaos and confusion to the realm this year. But thanks to you, I do believe we can declare this year's egg hunt a rousing success. Oh, but how could I forget? In recognition of your tireless efforts on our behalf, my fellow dreamers and I have prepared a very special Hatching Tide present just for you. Did I mention how I procured mammoths from the Goldsmiths Guild for the festivities? This is one of them. Sadly, it was completely lifeless from the moment of arrival. It seems its core had come loose and fallen out on the way here. But would you believe it? I slipped in that crystal the little bunny gave me, and in an instant its tail puffed up and it whirred back to life. I'm quite confident it will bring its caretaker nothing but good fortune and smiles galore, and I would very much like that person to be you, Solana. Thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Now that all the hard work is done, I do hope you'll have the chance to relax and enjoy the festivities for yourself. They've only just begun after all, and should you find yourself in the mood to help us hand out some more eggs, simply say the word. Hippity Hoppity Happily. Complete. Seasonal event quest complete. Should you wish to replay the gift-giving task from the quest Hippity Hoppity Happily, speak with Nonotta again. If fortune smiles upon you, you may even find yourself encountering individuals who were not present in your initial venture. Achievement unlocked. Happy hunting. Complete the quest Hippity Hoppity Happily. Happy Bunny. Snip, squeak. Happy Bunny appears quite satisfied with itself, no doubt pleased to have contributed to the festivities in its own small way. Chicken. Cluck, cluck. The chicken looks you intently in the eye, as if to say it trusts you to treat its precious eggs with care. What's that? Back to help us hand out some more eggs? You are far too kind, friend. Needless to say, we would more than welcome your egg. Here, I have a freshly decorated batch ready to go at any time. Courteous Collector. Good morning, friend. Might you be interested in learning about the Hatching Tide festivities? A fledgling festival, Hatching Tide was born of a prophetic dream visited upon a Gridanian maiden named Jihli Aliapoh. In her dream, the 12 archons of old appeared, those heroes who saved the realm from the destruction of the 6th umbral calamity. Descending from the heavens atop beautifully decorated eggs, they said to Jihli, "Arise, young dreamer, and make ready the vessels for our return." And so she did, painstakingly painting and gilding eggs to match those from her vision. Word of the prophecy spread, and Jihli attracted helpers to assist in her toils. After the calamity, the festivities grew further, as townsfolk and adventurers flocked to celebrate the archons of yore, who many believed had some hand in delivering the realm once again. Wonderful it is to see the townspeople savoring our Hatching Tide confections. It hardens me to know all the time I spent perfecting the recipe was not in vain. And Master Pauling's chickens are laying exquisite eggs for us, one after the next. Why, we can scarcely keep up in decorating them all. Dreamer Egg Advocate. Hatching Tide module. Ballroom Etiquette, an egg a day. A needlessly detailed manual on how to consume an egg with dandy and panache. Instructions on how to boil said egg are conspicuously absent. Use to learn the Eat Egg emote. An elegant and enticing example of exceptionally egg hunting. You can now summon the Hatching Bunny minion. You learn the emote Eat Egg. Thank you for being a part of this seasonal event experience in Final Fantasy XIV. I hope you had as much fun as I had and that I might see you in future videos. For now though, it's time to eat some eggs and say bye bye for now.